Can you see my screen now? Hello?
Yes,
Okay. So today let's talk about the Scrum, and then how do you configure the Scrum inside your Azure boards, and what's your role as a DevOps engineer as well in Azure boards. See, in each and every area, right? You need to see, because always you need to know your limits as well, because many people don't know what they have to do, what they cannot do basically. That's where they get into problems. What happens, you will be asked to do something what you don't know or what is not your skill set. So if you know what's your roles and responsibilities, you will be confidently be able to say, hey, this I don't know, this I cannot do, but I have to learn it if your project manager insists it, right? So that's the reason I always talk about it. Now in Azure boards as well, there are certain things what you have to do, there are certain things what others have to do, but in some cases or in the current days, right, people will make it compulsion for you to work on many things as well. Okay, now let's see how it goes. Okay, now yesterday we had a look into all these different requirements, right? And we also talked about parent-child relationship. Then it is making meaningful, basically, and we also seen uh, how do you the terminology for the DevOps are, in a regular world. So this is the terminology that we use to refer to requirements, basically epic, feature, product backlog, task, and you will have few more stuff as well, even like bugs, test cases, etc. Okay, but with respect to the requirements, these are the things. Okay, and you call these things epic, feature, product backlog, etc. when you are using a Scrum methodology for your project management. So we'll talk about what others as well. Okay, now without making a delay, let's understand this. Okay, now let's think of it as a different blocks. So you have a product backlog block, and then sprint planning, sprint backlog, and you see a repeated, this symbol means repeating, means this is a repeating symbol. Okay, you have a sprint which is repeating. On top of that, you have another activity that is repeating every day, you call it as a daily scrum. After this sprint, you will have a sprint review and retro one which is repeating. And then there are some reports available. You have burn down charts and task boards. Okay, this is for everyone, not just a project manager, or not just for a developer. This is for everyone. Okay, and end of your cycle, you are getting a working software. That means the users should be able to use the feature that is developed by the development team. Okay, and in the bottom you see three different roles: product owner, scrum master, and team member. The team member can be anyone. Basically, when you are working in a scrum based projects, right, I mean, who are using scrum methodologies, there are actually not different roles, DevOps engineer, or developer, database developer. I mean, in scrum methodology you don't have such kind of roles defined. Everyone is a team member. Since we used to call people like that, we are continuing that one. But generally in scrum, everyone is a team member, there is no differentiation. So that means people take it as granted. Okay, everyone is a team member, at least they should have exposure to other areas than his skill set as well. Okay, that's I mean, very high level description, or details. Guys, are you having any experience? Are you already experts in this scrum methodology, or you are already using in your projects this methodology?
I don't have any experience.
Okay, how about others?
We are following the bi-weekly sprint.
What is that, Kiran, you said?
We have a Scrum methodology we are following, but we are following a bi-weekly sprint, and we are using
Oh,
Jira for that.
okay, means 2 weeks for sprint, right? That means to
Yeah,
say.
so I'm familiar
uh,
with the burn-down chart, to-do in progress done,
okay,
and
okay,
I
got it.
mean, in
Okay.
case if one of the work item is not able to complete on time, we can move it to the
Mhm.
next sprint. I'm familiar with those terms.
Exactly, exactly. Yes. Yeah. Now let's spend some time here and then get there, because you remember when we created that project, DevOps project, we created the work process as a Scrum. That means all our Azure Boards features are adjusted to Scrum based project management methodology. So you need to understand the topics of Scrum methodology, so that you will correlate these processes with the configurations in the Azure boards. Okay. So right now, the first one is the product backlog. What is the product backlog? So this is the list of all the requirements that are required to develop any application completely. So in our case, let us say you take an online reservation system like MyMetric. So you have requirements for train management, flight management, hotel management, cab management, etc. Right? So the list of all those requirements will be called as a product backlog. It is so you haven't done anything, like you did not specify how many months it will take to develop it, or who are going to develop it, how they are going to develop it, and each requirement, what is the time required to develop each and every requirement hasn't been done. All those things, right? All we have is a list of all the requirements, that we call it as a product backlog. Okay, now let's go and enter. So we have an Excel sheet, right? The list of requirements are in the Excel sheet, but we need to keep this, I mean, we need to make it automated, right? We don't want to maintain in the Excel sheet. So that's the reason, let's have all these things in our Azure boards. So that means you are basically creating a product backlog. Let me log in. I'm going to dev.azure.com, sign into Azure DevOps. My credentials are already stored. That's the reason you are here basically. This is my account ID, hasura86@hotmail.com. Okay, and this is our organization, your planet 21, and this is our online reservation system. Okay, let's go and create or onboard your requirements into Azure boards. So which is nothing but you are creating a product backlog. So how do you do it? So you have the options, I mean, different features here: boards, repos, pipelines, test plans, and artifacts. We starting with the planning activity. That's the reason. Let's go to boards. Click on boards, and whatever is were appearing in the menu, right? The same thing have been expanded here. That's it. Okay, now we are in the work item section. You can see it is highlighted. Work item is nothing but a requirement. So let's go and create a new requirement. Okay, or you call it as a new work item. Click on this. Since I selected Scrum as a template, the work items are having this list of items basically. You have bug, epic, feature, impediment, product backlog, and then task and test case. These are the work item types that I have it. Okay, I will go and create first epic, because this is the parent for anyone basically. So you see many of these fields, guys. Let's not worry. As a DevOps engineer, what fields are here? Okay, that's because you don't need to worry if there is some field required. That is your project manager I mean responsibility to go and ask you to add that field. Okay, so that's where your role comes into picture. Okay, whether that information is accurate or not accurate, it doesn't matter to you. Okay, so I'm not spending much time here. Okay, let me go and copy and then enter this landing page. Okay, and you have some you can assign this to someone. I'm not doing this right now. Okay, and since I'm doing it for the first time, the state of this requirement will be new, and there will be other types as well, but they don't appear now. And then what is the reason for your defining this is a new one? Okay, and you see a uh, field called area, and area name is online reservation system. You see a iteration called area, I mean online reservation system. We talk about these things later. Okay, and then your scrum master or business analyst or project manager will fill all these details, your description of this requirement. And acceptance criteria is nothing but, when developer develops this landing page, what are all the business tools that he needs to code, actually. That's the acceptance criteria. Even testers take this and test it, what is developed by developers. And if there are any discussions going on, people will go and it's kind of chatting. Basically, they do it in the discussion part, and this is self-explanatory. Okay, and you have the start date and the end date and some details about this epic, like, priority. Effort means a priority, right? Whether it is a P1, P2, P3, P4. I mean, there are many terminologies. One means the highest priority, low means the second highest priority, like that. Okay, and then effort, basically how many hours it will take for this landing page to be completed. And business value, don't worry, I mean, someone will define this business value. It varies from, company to company, project to project. Okay, time critical day, this is also free test defined by your manager.
Purna, you're not able to hear your voice. We lost your screen share as well.